part 2 of our beautiful experiment here. This one I am recording. So if you haven't heard, Mr. Potato Head ain't Mr. Potato Head no more. So this is gonna lean back into the goddamn transgender argument. But the company that runs Mr. Potato Head was like, yo, he will no longer be called Mr. Potato Head. We are making just Potato Head. You know, just some hash browns, just some french fries. And motherfucking conservatives lost their motherfucking minds. Their motherfucking minds. They went nuts. So I decided to, snipe one. Mr. Piers Morgan, also known as conservative shit talk KR, who's actually offended by Mr. Potato Head being male. I want names. These woke imbeciles are destroying the world. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play a game show. It's called Can You Name the False Equivalency? First of all, great point in the chat. Kids don't even play with Mr. Potato Head anymore. So who gives a shit? Number 2. Woke imbeciles are destroying the world. So Mr. Potato Head gets renamed, and your proper and educated and very calm and natural response is to say that the world is destroyed because Mr. Potato Head is just Potato Head. Bitch, I will rename everything in this goddamn world to an agender, like no gender pronoun, everything. Mega Man is just a net navi. That net navi and land, they go do cyber stuff. Like, you see how the world is blowing up. Like, that's how y'all acting to me right now. That's how y'all acting to me right now. Oh my God! And I get I get what triggered you. See, this is where me and conservatives can be a little bit equal. Ain't nobody on the left asked for that shit. Ain't nobody asked for that. That's them trying to be performative to adjust with the times because they're keeping the Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head anyway. So you ain't even losing nothing. That's just for them to keep up with the times, keep the money going, spark interest in selling the toy, whatever. Cool, they do you. They do you. They do you. They do you. Yo! So, it's not quite transgenderism, but it is gender identity related. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? This lighter in my pocket, I feel like it's gonna go off. Who gives a shit? Who cares? Who fucking cares? You so upset because Mr. Potato Head losing his name, but I thought you don't like pronouns. Oh, you don't like pronouns outside of the norm, so you are excluding a group of people who might have adapted onto a centuries-old standard of living to better accustom themselves and their identity to the new world that we are facing, and you don't like that, so I was right. You're a liar. You're a big liar. You're a big liar. You big... Oh, he responded. Fuckhead responded. Let's get into it, guys. So here's his agenda. Which one? To feminize males, not to be confused with being healthily tapped in with the feminine NRG. Is he gonna type more? He's typing more probably. All right, let's knock it down step by step since we were just talking about fucking pronouns. So, Mr. Potato Head, right? Nobody gave a shit. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Yeah, that is completely unnecessary. If it's an actual social issue around potato head gender, I wouldn't be opposed by it, but they literally just removed it for marketing purposes. Yeah, that's what they did. That's what they fucking did. But like, more people were like this. How dare this object not fit my cishet norms? Like, like you're so stuck, man. These people are so stuck on the dumbest shit. And far be it from me to like scream out loud, maybe I'm wrong in not also backing the corporations that hop on this shit like it's a trend, which only fuels the rights fire even more about how the left is destroying the world. But it's like, what the fuck are you saying? What? So, like, to go back to his comment, and I'm going to tie these two in together, you want to feminize males, but what are you doing with the women? Why is it that everybody, yo, this is what I said about like, this is what I said. This is why like I be oh, not me, I fucking cry in front of you. I think, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think, oh god, I shouldn't even say this in the middle of this vibe. I'll tell you in a second. Stay for like a minute and I'll tell you. But I really think like this is projection. Now, oh god, here we go. Marquise, you're just reaching that conclusion after like 2, 3, 4, 5 years of your life doing this? You should know that this is projection by now, but like, this is aggro projection. Because you'll see a company do some shit and blame it on us. Well, we didn't even ask for it. You're angry at them, but you pass the buck on to us because you projected for something. Something's bothering you with what just happened, and you have to find the reason why it's even happening. Like, nobody's talked about Mr. Potato Head ever. Toy Story is the last time I heard about Mr. Potato Head. I never owned one. I never saw my friends with one. We had the Nintendo DS and the PSP. Like, what are you complaining about? Were you gonna go buy a Mr. Potato Head for your child? I doubt it. They definitely got an iPad in their hands. So I said, I once got a potato head thrown at me. Yeah, it was the brand. It was a rebrand of the logo. However, imagine being in the middle of a pandemic and coming up with the genius idea of dropping the Mister from Mr. Potato Head just for the entertainment value of watching some bigots explode. That's what I meant about projection. I got so glad I read down now. It's them poking fun at you almost in a way, and still, you know, supporting in its least form the movement for more acceptance of gender identity and trans people in society. But it stated what its purpose was, and y'all warped it all the way into the left is destroying the world. The woke people are coming. And what did it even turn out to be? But y'all still talking about it because you don't have an identity outside of, oh, we hate cancel culture, but you cancel literally anything that disagrees with like your thought process. I cancel you because you fucking racist who doesn't believe in the Holocaust. You cancel me because I'm telling you I'm canceling you for having your shitty beliefs. But they're my beliefs and I live in America. Or moving away from transgenderism. Yo, the pure notion of oh, did he go again? So that's not happening. What's the other one you got? Not to be confused with being healthily tapped in with the feminine. So feminizing males is different than being tapped into the feminine spirit. Wouldn't that make men more empathetic, therefore like a little bit softer because they wouldn't be so hyper aggressive? Which would then not be feminizing males, but just, oh, so masculinity is tied to being violent. Oh, I get it. Yeah, you're not allowed to be soft. You're not allowed to be a soy boy. You got to be rough with it. You got to be strong with it. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Like your opinions on transgender people are so shit. Yeah, trans people make such a big deal about gender, it's just biology. They rebranded Mr. Potato Head. How am I supposed to know which potatoes are boys and which are girls? This is an outrage. Cis people, the trans is a completely detached from reality. Also, cis people, the first line of this press release said potato head without the mister, and I will absolutely be basing my entire worldview on what I assume that means without reading the second line. It's so fucking bad, bro. Yeah, like this is what I'm this okay, great point, last point to end this segment on. This is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. This is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Here we go with a reach again. Dear Hasbro, you have bro in your name. How long before that becomes offensive and needs to be gender fixed? It's a potato people. He will always be Mr. Potato Head. Stop being so dumb. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? So anything with the three letters BOR because the BRO because there's a lot of words in the fucking English language that have those three letters. What are you alluding to? All right, I'm done eating. I got my fill for right now. I'm gonna tear that up after stream though. Who's forcing any of this shit on you? Nobody's saying shit like this. Nobody says shit like this. You a pastor and you think transgender people are evil abominations created by Satan? Why are you in my society? See, this is why okay, so we're going to end it here. The mix of all our educational roots is blended within a misunderstanding of science and an overhyped under belief in religion. People can say things in religious faith, and you are supposed to live with that as fact. Imagine them getting exposed to the real world, just like people in a cult who have lived off like fucking there and don't even know that like don't even know 9/11 happened or some shit like that, or that we like got this type of technology. Just really distant out there people. How the fuck do you think they react when they get invited to Times Square? What is this? Wow. That's the stage y'all in right now. Dear Hasbro, suck my dick.